G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka LaxLime, bringing you a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against enzoPokeTV. Lorenzo is also a PokeTuber, so definitely go check him out. All his information will be in the description. Today I'm bringing a brand new NU team to the fray. Big shout out to PokePlayer for the Meganium. He swept me with this set, so I had to make it. It was an awesome idea. It's super cool, but I'll go through that later on in the game. But looking on his side, I'm scared of that Miltank. That's basically gonna be the problem. Basically, my Primate is my win condition, so I've just got to keep that in good health, and hopefully I'll be able to pull out a win. Lorenzo is a really good player, so I'm a little bit nervous leading up to this, but let's just see how we go, guys. I decided to lead off with Lipard. I basically thought that was probably my best lead, just in case he sent out that Claydol. I decided to risk it a bit here. I went for the Thunder Wave, hoping for a Parahax, and then be able to slap this thing out with a Foul Play. I know it activates his Guts, but, you know, I was like, you know, you got to risk it for the biscuit. You got to play risky every once in a while. It worked out for me perfectly, so I was really happy about that. You know, second turn in, one Pokemon down, and one of, like, probably the biggest threatening Pokemon in NU as well. He does go into my wow. I was sort of didn't want anything to take a play rough, so I thought, no, I'm just going to have to sack this thing off and get a sort of a free switch into it. I do go for the Foul Play. That does a lot of damage. Not enough to take him out, but I did get a critical hit, so I was happy about that. This play rough is obviously just going to decimate Lipard. There's no doubt about that. Now, this thing Scarf, Primate, I just went for a close combat. I just safe played it. I was really happy this thing got taken out, basically because it is a big threat to my team. It was actually sort of like going to be a real problem, basically. He does go into the Samurai. I'm going to switch this thing out and basically go on Uxie. I was really predicting the knockoff here. These things are so annoying with knockoff. I decided Uxie is probably my best bet. Everything else on my team really needs its item to work. I know it's super effective, but you know, you gotta sort of weigh up the pros and cons. I actually carry knockoff on this Uxie. Not many people expect it, so it actually works really well because you can get sort of switches to Eviolite users, and people don't really think that it's any problem, and you can just knock off that item. But he goes for the Magic Bounce here, and it was a really good play because I didn't expect that whatsoever, and ended up going for the Stealth Rock. So now I've got my own Stealth Rocks up on side of my team. So I was like, oh, that sucks. That's really going to help Mantine. I just decided to U-turn out of there. I go into Meganium. I thought, you know, this is probably a pretty good time to start setting up. Nothing can really run through this Meganium. This Earth Power does absolutely nothing. That does laughable damage. Nothing. I'm going to do a Sword Dance on the switch, but he ends up bringing in Miltank, and I thought maybe the way that he's brought that in, he's probably got Sap Sipper, so I was so nervous about going for a Grass type attack, so I was like, I'm just going to go for the Earthquake and see how much that does. Unfortunately, it does nothing. He's fishing for the Paralyze with the Body Slam. I don't blame him. It's probably the best play. However, because I'm slower than this thing, it's going to really suck because he's going to pretty much be able to Milk Drink any damage off I do to him. This Outrage does so much more than the Earthquake. That was probably a 2-hit KO, but as I said, unfortunately with the Milk Drink, he's just going to get all his health back, and I'm just not going to get anywhere. He can just completely stall me out. I could probably still have one more Body Slam, but I didn't really want to stay around, basically, just to sack this thing off. I do get the second turn Confusion, which does, you know, it does suck, but, you know, I've got to switch out. Basically, I thought my best bet is to go back into Uxie. Uxie has the knockoff. He'll be able to knock off that leftover. At least he's not getting that consistent recovery. He does go for the Body Slam again. I don't really care if this gets paralyzed, toxic, or anything. I'm really just in to sack it off at the moment. I just want to free switch into Primate just to smack this thing, just to get rid of it, basically. So I'm just going to stay in and start sacking it off. I'm just going to go for any move, basically, just to, you know, just to get some damage off. I do, as I said, knock off those leftovers, so I'm like, yes, finally, it's not going to get any more recovery than it needs with this Milk Drink anyway. I just go for the Psychic next. I know it's not going to really do that much, but I don't really mind. I guess I'm just trying to get damage off it and dwindle it down as much as I can. I will get taken out by the next turn. He will go for the Body Slam. So that's me gone. But now it's the free switch into Primate. I sort of was thinking a while about this turn. I was like, should I go for... I've got Ice Punch, or should I go for the Close Combat? I thought, you know, just in case he overpredicts, I'm just going to go for Close Combat. Just really hurt something. But he does switch into Claydol. Best play, really. It doesn't do that much. I want to conserve my PP for Close Combat because I've only got 5, as I noticed in this battle, which was a bit sillier for me. So I just decided to go out in Mantine. This is an Assault Vest Mantine. A lot of people don't expect it because, like, no one expects it, basically. So he was obviously predicting the Toxic on that turn, as I go for the Air Slash. Definitely going to take this Claydol out, so, you know, that's brilliant. From here, he's going to send in his Samurai. Unfortunately, it sort of walls me a little bit, but an Air Slash is going to hurt. He does go for the knockoff. That takes off my Assault Vest, which doesn't really mind, because this is obviously locked into an attack in some way. I really thought, looking at the team preview, it was going to be a special attacker, but he keeps on going for the knockoff. I don't know what he was sort of running on this thing. Mantine goes down from those knockoff, but it pretty much gives me a free opportunity to go back into my Primate and just, you know, close combat something. Nothing on his team now can really eat up a close combat, so he just decides to sack this thing off as I go for that. He's going to end up bringing in the spider thing next, basically. I'm locked in, so I've got to switch out, and I thought, you know, this is the perfect time to get Pig Knight out. Pig Knight is a beast. He's the coach of this team. He's in charge. Look at him flexing his muscles away there. This is mixed defense, full HP, Eviolite Pig Knight with Curse. I've used it before on mono teams, and it's actually worked really well for me. Unfortunately, I stuffed up his moveset before coming into this battle. I normally run Superpower, but I forgot to change it. As I said, it was on a mono team, and it has Thunder Punch for those, pretty much for the water switches in on that team. So I was really disappointed. This battle would have went very differently if I actually put Superpower back on it, because this Miltank would not have been a problem whatsoever. He does switch in, he does go for the Toxic, which really sucks, because now I'm in a timer, basically. I was really thinking that this Flare Blitz would do so much more. It does absolutely nothing. That's +2, absolutely nothing. I'm really annoyed at this point, because now I realise this is actually Thick Fat. I could have gone for a grass type move on this Miltank, and it would have really hurt a lot more than anything else I had to give him on the Meganium plays before. I decided, look, I'm just going to have to set up another Curse and just go for the Flare Blitz again on the next turn, just to hope it does a little bit more. I'm really struggling at this point. If anyone out there wants to beat me, bring a stall team, because I struggle, I make bad plays. I just get really flustered, because I know that I'm in a bad position, and I just start making really stupid plays. So I'm trying to keep my head cool at this point, trying not to make any stupid moves. From here, obviously, after Pig Knight goes down, I'm just going to go straight back out into Primate. Primate is the best option, basically. So I'm just going to go straight for the close combat, hoping that he doesn't switch out. And as I said, play it safe sometimes, and boom, gone. Milked is out of the picture. Unfortunately, the spider thing, I know they carry Sucker Punch, and that really sucks. I'm not going to really get ahead in this battle now. Like, the last couple of turns are really going to just be really what defines it. I didn't want to switch out into Meganium. I sort of thought Meganium might be able to do a little bit more. I decided to go to the Close Combat just to see how much it did, and it did nothing. I didn't think I was going to survive this XSR, but it turns out I did, but the Sucker Punch really pretty much confirms it. I go out in the Meganium, that's all I've got left. At least when I switch out and get the rocks damage, my berry will prop, so I'm going to be fast as hell. However, it was a big mind game here. I was like, yeah, is he going to go for the Sucker Punch, or is he just going to go for the XSR? I didn't think I could actually OHKO this thing with any moves I had, so I just went, look, I'm just going to have to go for the XSR and hope for the best. Unfortunately, he played it safe, went for the XSR, and basically takes me out. I had so much fun that battle. I don't really mind if I lost. He's a good player, and you know it was really good battling, and I really look forward to a rematch. But guys, thanks for watching and sticking around to the end. If you did like this battle, you can always like, share, subscribe. I do really appreciate comments because it actually gets me an opportunity to get to know you guys. So leave a comment if you've been watching a few videos and have been enjoying. I do have some battles scheduled up for the next few days, or every couple of days anyway. I've sort of went back to work and got a little bit lost in trying to get things up. But hopefully I'll be a little bit more organised next time. But guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.